Hi, Mike.
Hey,
How you doing?
doing good. How you doing?
Horribly, but it's fun. We're gonna have some fun today.
Yes. Gonna cause chaos.
Do you like cartoons?
Yeah.
Then why are you here? I thought you were gonna say no. See, you ruined my joke.
I knew that's where you were going, bitch.
Welcome everybody to MRank 140 episodes. We are bringing an oldie but goodie back. We haven't done this one in a while. Rank them.
Yes, rank them.
We spelled that shit right. And for today, we have Pixar edition.
We did one on the Pixar shorts.
We did one. That's what I was gonna say. We did one on the Pixar shorts. It was a long ass episode. 60.
Oh yeah, shit.
It was like 70 plus shorts. We did like a play and shit, bring it down to 64. It was rough.
Thank you, Cody. 5 months.
Are we taking votes from the chat today?
I don't know. Like honestly, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's possible. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's very possible.
I don't know if he's gonna like some of these, but man, the comments. Okay, the panel. We start with the one, the only, Tim Bracala.
Yes.
Hey, I'm really happy to be here because I'm just a child, loves these movies more than most other things. I've tweeted at Disney like every other day
I've seen that
for the last 2 weeks, ever since Turning Red was announced to go to streaming. I've tweeted at them that they're full of shit, but I love them anyway, and I eat their product like fucking candy. Love Pixar. Thank you for having me, and I miss Coco.
Honest question, Tim. Do you think that's gonna be a good movie?
Turning Red? I am excited for another original movie and not a sequel. I don't know. I think it's gonna be. It looks interesting. I think a lot of the jokes and stuff are very, because it takes place in the 90s and everything. It's gonna be very particular. So
it's gonna be like, not like.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks gorgeous. So that's
the
reason why I go. So yeah.
It's inclusive.
That too. Okay. It is woke for sure.
It is woke. Yeah. No. We also have the Bo.
Hi.
Bo, you were here with Tim for the short ones.
Yes.
You remember that experience?
I try to forget it.
Yes, it was grueling, intense, but we got it done. What do you expect today? Like a lot of discussions?
Hopefully not too many, but like a good amount.
Fair. We also have Kelly,
the Disney champ.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
She knows her business.
Yes.
Apparently so. No, excited to be here. It's a great panel. It's a lovely morning. Let's do it.
She also has a podcast where she talks about this stuff all the time. Good stuff.
Indeed.
Speaking of plugging shit, buy our shit.
Yeah, yes. We got a couple new shirts in there.
We have new shit.
Yes.
We have multiplex faction shit. We're doing our own shit.
Let's go.
Stealing their money.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if our graphic designer would upload some stuff, you'd have our shirts from us. But
buy the Wookiee Mistake shirt that I just posted. I made it out of other people's things, but I remixed it. So what can we say? It's satire. I don't want to get sued.
It's the Seth MacFarlane approach.
There you go.
The graphic designer I'm speaking of is the next person, by the way. I wasn't throwing shots at anyone else.
We were supposed to have Cody here.
Yes.
But he's not here. He's in the chat. So instead we got this.
I wasn't aware that I was supposed to be making more designs now that we had someone who's making 3D beautiful designs, but I can get back on it. That's my bad. Fair enough. The video source says jump. I say how high. And that's why I'm here.
That is true. He does do that. And actually he always feels in when other people have life important things to attend to. So
yes.
This means he does not have a life, but
that's true. You are my life.
I love this man. Okay, guys, about to go into this shit. 24 movies is what Pixar has released. We're only counting the ones we have seen. We're not counting movies we are not seeing, like Turning Red. So
I've only seen 3 of the 24. So
shit.
He's like
Mr.
me.
Fan champion over here.
Tim has only seen one of the 24 Monsters Inc., so that's the one that wins.
Wait, but what about Coho, the man who watches shit on 2 times speed? How many has he? actually
I've
seen?
actually seen 48 of them because I watched them all on.
Okay, so as you guys probably figured out, we cannot make a bracket with 24 movies. So what we decided was
Weak.
we're gonna take the franchises and we're just gonna put one of the movies in it. This actually works out perfectly. What? Yes. This actually
We already
works
did
out
one on the
perfectly,
shorts. Go watch that one.
because
I don't
if
know
you
what
put
number it is.
one of the movies per franchise, you get a perfect 16 bracket. So let's get this shit on the road with our first play-in.
Pain.
Cars versus Cars 2. And also Cars 3. So
Okay.
I assume, Coho, you start with this. What do you think about Cars?
This isn't a contest. The first Cars is far and away the best Cars. If we're gonna sit here and talk about Cars 2 and Cars 3 as being better, like Adelaide Spence does in their cocaine-addled nights, Cars 1 is better. So end of discussion.
Mike, have you seen Cars 1?
Yes, I've seen all 3 of these, and this one, yeah, I don't care for it at all. They kind of all blend together for me, to be honest. But this one, isn't the worst of the Cars, but it's not the best. It's second place.
Tim, what do you feel about the Cars franchise?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think the first one is actively bad or anything, but I don't like it. I missed Cars. Like the first Cars was just kiddie enough that I didn't like it when it came out, and it doesn't have enough adult themed emotional stuff to hit me now versus some other stuff. So it's never really worked for me. That being said, the first one is the best one. 2 is unbearable to watch, and with some of the worst comedy ever. And 3 is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life, although it is one of the best looking Pixar films. But yeah, the first one is the best for sure.
This movie, the first Cars movie, it's one of the few animated movies that put me to sleep. I did not expect to, fall asleep in the theater when I went to see this movie in 2006. And I was like, wow, that was bad. Then I rewatched it. I rewatched it at home. And I was like, okay, it was not bad. It's fine. I kind of like the best. You know what the best part is? In the post-credit scenes when they go to the drive-in,
Yep.
they just see all the John Ratzenberger cameos in other movies with cars. I was like, wow, this is really low. It's a low bar to find entertaining. So also, it bothers me. Every single cartoon I've ever seen in my life, the eyes of the cars were the headlights, and these people just decided to put the fucking windshield and made the eyes there. Like, who do they think they are? Okay, well,
You ever see the headlights be the car's eyes? It's creepy. I'm sorry. Anytime they do that in movies, that is creepy, Nazario. It looks better in this one. Anyway, I will refrain from commenting on the first Cars film. I will say it is good. I created the worst letterbox review of all time about this movie because it was 2 a.m. Yeah, that is all I will say about that.
we're not gonna go in deep on this ones because it's the franchises. So you wasted your spot. Kelly, what do you think about the Cars?
Franchise as a whole it's fine. 2's unbearable. 3's pretty okay, and 1's fine. I think it's too long. I think that's why you're falling asleep in it. Like 2 hours for the Cars movie is just too long.
They just
But
go to this boring ass town and do nothing.
Yeah.
I like the racing at the beginning and at the end. It's exciting. And then they just start let's go to this sleepy old timey town and Route 66 and shit. I'm not American. I'm sorry. I cannot. I like relate to that thing.
I
Yeah.
do think the voice cast is very good. Voice casting is always very good. But this is
The voice
Pixar,
cast.
and that's to be expected.
Actually, always very good. Okay, voting time. Mike, which
Yes.
movie gets your vote for the Cars crew?
I'm gonna go Cars 2. Fuck. Let's go.
Tim,
Cars 1. Cars 1.
vote, man.
Cars.
Okay, I'm gonna vote. Cars 2.
Yes.
I like the wasabi joke.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Pistachio ice cream.
I like the fact that Mater that actually figures out what is happening in the end. So he's a moron, but not a total moron. Kelly.
Oh, I was going to be on the video store chaos train, but when you said you like the wasabi joke, I just can't. No, it's Cars 1.
Go.
Cars 1. Move on, you morons.
Okay.
God.
Cars 1 makes it. I'm gonna take it out of the thing and put it in the other thing.
Kelly's the most sane one of the main video store crew. You guys are scary. Sleepy
I don't
fucking
know.
We
town.
tried, Cody. We tried.
Sleepy fucking town. Fuck you.
It's a sleepy ass town. You know that. Be true to yourself. Okay. The next series we're going to talk about is I didn't know how to name it, so I just said the Finding series, which includes Finding Nemo, as well as Finding Dory. 2 movies. I guess that's enough to make a series. Okay. Let's start with Kelly. What do you think about Finding Nemo and Dory?
Being Australian, have seen Finding Nemo many a times.
Australia.
It's great. I remember going to the theaters and seeing it and loving it, having it on DVD. So I think it's great. I like Finding Dory a lot. I've only seen it the once in theaters, but I think it's cute. I think it's a nice continuation of the series. I liked the new characters they introduced, but it's got to be Nemo because it's part of that early Pixar classic phase.
Go.
I love Finding Nemo like a lot. That's a top 10, not just Pixar movie. That's a top 10 movie of all time for me. I love the first Finding Nemo. But Finding Dory, I think, is just bad. Every time I watch it, it gets so much worse. I thought it was fine in theaters. Every time I watch it, it gets worse. Like Cody said, Nemo gets better every time I watch it. Dory gets opposite, the worse. So
Tim.
I don't hate Dory nearly as much as everyone else. It's not a great movie by any means, but I am on like Kelly's side where I thought it was cute. I actually liked Hank the octopus or the septopus. Sorry, maybe. Thought he was a fun new character. I thought the score in Dory was actually really good. I thought the Newman score was really, really good. But Finding Nemo is an all-time classic. It's my second favorite Pixar movie. It's like Cody said, with age, it just gets better and better and better. As I slowly grow into the Albert Brooks Marlin character, I just realized how much I love this movie. Sorry, Bo. You're not the only one who can one day become Albert Brooks, okay? And this one's
The question is who will get there first.
This one's a
I'm
fucking
not saying we're going to sue. I'm just saying we have a case.
but no, Nemo is great. I like both movies, but the first one is it's an all-timer.
Boatman.
Pixar committed the cardinal sin when they decided to make Finding Dory and said, you know what this movie needed? You know what Finding Nemo needed? Less Albert Brooks. They should be sent to the electric chair for that.
fucking yikes.
Finding Dory is one of those movies that I didn't get to see in theaters because it came out 2 months after my kid was born. And I was not doing movies back then. I was kind of like a skip year. But when I finally saw it, I kind of liked it. I liked it for the most part. And then they made the Septipod drive a fucking car. And that whole sequence is like, are we fucking serious right now? Like it killed the movie for me. Like you have no idea. It was like so freaking disappointing. It felt like Pixar just got tired of being Pixar and said like, how do other studios end their movies? All right, let's do that. Fuck, Mike, you like the Finding thingies?
Finding Nemo? It's a pretty good fucking movie. Finding Dory? It's a good fucking movie.
Are you serious right now?
Chaos! Let's fucking go!
Mike,
Man,
there's less Albert Brooks, Mike.
I'm gonna ask you anyway. Are you voting for Dory?
Goddamn right I am.
There's less Albert Brooks.
Kelly,
Nemo.
go.
Mike, you're a parody of yourself. You don't believe anything you say anymore, Mike. It's
I have the
Nemo.
ranking. I have the fucking
Sure.
ranking.
Nemo.
Vote.
Albert Brooks.
It's fucking Nemo. Man. Jesus.
Mike.
Yes, I think Mike Big is becoming a parody of himself.
Hey, I got the rankings right here if you want to fucking see if I'm bullshitting.
No, I believe you, but I think you're on so many substances right now.
I made these rankings a couple months ago. This ain't fucking new.
The
The
next
only thing I
franchise.
added was Luca to it.
The next franchise of also two movies is the Incredible franchise, which includes The Incredibles and Incredibles 2, which honestly, up until like a few hours ago, I thought it was The Incredibles 2. Apparently not.
No,
The Incredibles is only the first one. If I had lost a point in trivia for this shit, I would like lose it. Like fucking lose it. Okay. Tim, what do you think about the Incredible franchise?
Like Kelly said with Nemo, Incredibles is part of that early Pixar classic group. It's pretty much from the first Toy Story to this, for me, of like perfection. And
Yeah, because the next one's Cars.
yeah, exactly. So
Also perfection.
I liked Incredibles 2 a lot in theaters. That is the rare Pixar movie that I really liked when I first saw it, and it's actually gone down every time I've watched it. I still think it's good, but I think it's trying to do a lot and it doesn't really know how to handle everything it's doing. Whereas the first one is just perfection at everything it attempts to do the entire time. Every character is like really fleshed out as much as they need to be. The villain is awesome. The Omnidroids are really cool. All the action. It still looks great too. Almost 20 years later, it still looks fucking great. So I prefer the first one. This is like my 3 or 4 Pixar overall. The humor, everything is great about it. So yeah.
Animation wise, I think there's like a real noticeable difference between 99 and 2001, because I feel like Monsters Inc. and on the movies age better. I don't know if the technique reached that point where it was like, okay, we are stop being weird right now, like no more weird shit. And then Toy Story 1 and 2 and Bugs Life just look funky ass movies.
I watched the first Toy Story today, writing a deep cut for it, and the dog at the end of the movie looks fucking rough on 4K, and I was just like, holy shit, this is old.
Yeah, that was rough. Boatman finding incredible things.
The first Incredibles is just like a fantastic film. Like it's great. All these characters are amazing. I love Mr. Incredible. I love Elastigirl. I love Violet. I love Dash. They're all great. Frozone is amazing. Where's my super suit? Syndrome is, I think, without a doubt, the best Pixar villain. I think. Like I don't think it's really a contest.
I mean, it's Prince Slayer.
Yeah, really good villain that is very obvious twist, but they make us sit through it because that's just what Disney does now, is twist villains. Never get actual villains anymore. Incredibles 2 is good. It's good. You've got Better Call Saul in there. I'm never going to complain about that. It's good. It's got some cool background superheroes. I almost wish they would have just went all in and actually given us some time with like the new characters. Jack versus the raccoon is great.
Yeah.
It just doesn't know what it wants to be.
Mike, do you prefer Bob Odenkirk or Steve Odenkirk?
Incredibles 2, it's a pretty good fucking movie. The Incredibles, it's a great movie. It's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Incredibles 1 comes up time and time again. Everyone's spoken about it on some point because it's really well-rounded and it's just one of those near-perfect films. I do like that Incredibles 2 focuses on Elastigirl. I think we don't see like working mum heroes. We don't get that point of view very much. So I appreciate that perspective. But I didn't enjoy any of the new characters, the new villain, things like that. So yeah, Incredibles 1's an easy choice.
Go. What do you think about Pixar's Fan Four Stick?
But just kind of blew my mind bringing up we really haven't had a straight outright like Disney Pixar villain since like Mother Gothel. Yeah. Anyway,
King Candy. Well, actually, no.
That's a twist villain. Anyway, the Incredibles 1. The Incredibles 1 is the correct choice. Though I will say I don't really understand the Incredibles 2 backlash. I really enjoy it. I still really like it every time I watch it. I don't think it was ever going to live up to the hype of the first one, especially coming like 15 years later almost. It was never going to happen, especially picking like right up after where it left off. There's going to be always that, but I think they do a good job giving us a fun return to the universe. I agree the villain's kind of lame. We don't get enough time with any of the new characters for me to really love them, but with the characters that we do spend with that we know, I really love what they do with Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl in this one. I love both their journeys. Math is one of the funniest jokes in that whole bit, in that whole movie. So I like Incredibles too, but I think The Incredibles is far superior.
I remember when I watched Incredibles 2, I just thought like, wow, this is really well
like
animated.
Cars 3.
Like the animated action scenes are really good in Incredibles 2. And it looks crisp. But yeah, you don't get to fall in love with any new characters. And I just don't know, man. The whole plot is really weak. The most surprising thing for me is that they made the Underminer halfway decent. Like that came out at the end of the first movie. I thought it was a fucking joke villain. And then he basically kicked their ass for the whole opening of Incredibles 2. I was like, the Underminer, man. Nice. Okay. Fucking vote. Tim.
Incredibles. The Incredibles.
Vote.
The Incredibles.
The Incredibles. Mike.
The Incredibles.
Kelly.
The Incredibles.
And go.
It's unanimous. The Incredibles.
Sweep. Feel like we wasted a lot of time in a sweep.
A little bit.
Okay, no wrong with that.
Okay. The next one is also a 2-movie series. I don't know why they kept just making 2 movies. Make 3. At least you can say you have a trilogy. Wait, it's not it.
What if there's a Disney Plus series that's wildly underrated that nobody watched?
I was going to watch it.
Oh, it's
Monster
almost like
series.
who you're talking about.
It's Monsters Inc. and Monsters U. Shit, I should have started this one with Tim, but you screwed up. So Boatman, you got to go first in this one.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. Fantastic movie. Monsters U is fine. It is perfectly average. I don't. It's not bad. Art is great. Some of the new characters are fun. I just did not need a prequel for these characters, and Monsters U actively removed some of the canon of the first Monsters Inc. movie because Mike and Sully talk about how they met in school and both not college, kids in Monsters Inc. But Monsters U is we met in college now because we want to do a college movie, but we want to do Animal House, but it's Monster House. No. Sorry. Monsters Inc. is great. No.
See, everything you say is why I love Monsters University. I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun. I think the characters that do the what is the fucking Omega Kappa? Because it's
Uzma
okay. I just
Kappa.
remember like okay, it's the letters. They're funny. The whole thing is meant to be as a college comedy, and it works on that level. And I actually really enjoy Alfred Molina is in this movie in a small role, and I think Helen Mirren is the dean, right?
Dean
Yeah.
Scrabble.
The fucking dean is amazing. I love that. And yeah, this movie is actually pretty fun, and I like how they introduce like little things from the first one into this one, like George Sanderson, uh, being one of the guys cheating with the thing. It's fucking amazing. I like Randall that it started out like a semi nice guy, and then he just turned into a jackass because things happen. I don't know. And you see, you kind of to me like Pixar knows when they have like an idea and they want to expand it. They always make these movie related shorts, and the movie related short from Monsters University is one of my favorite things ever. The one where they steal the doors and they use it to steal the people from the party. And
That's
the final shot is like the mom of one of the kids like flaming through one of the bed to a human bedroom from one party to another. Fucking baller. I love that movie. Mike,
Yes. Monsters Inc. is a perfect fucking movie. I love this movie. The movie's fucking awesome. Monsters University is a good fucking movie. I still really enjoy it. But compared to the two, I'll take Monsters all the way. Inc.
boo. Kelly.
Monsters Inc.'s so fantastic. Definitely, that's one growing up watching on VHS over and over again. So that's got like a really soft place in my heart. I think because it has the advantage of being able to be a little bit more mature in its themes, whereas University is a straight up comedy. But I like the setting of University, like the college and the sororities and fraternities, anything in like that Greek system. I think they adapted it quite well, and it's a fun time. But Inc. is just so good.
Cal.
I don't think Monsters University gets enough love or respect as a movie because I think that has one of the most hard to swallow themes in all of Pixar of maybe your dream is not meant to be your calling. And I think that is a really, really hard lesson to teach anyone, adult or kid. And I think having Mike be the one to figure that out is like to the point where he like loses. Like Sully has to cheat to help him keep his ego intact and like to like his spirit of wanting to be the scarer alive, and like that conversation they have down by the water in the human world is one that makes me like tear up every time. I love Monsters University and Monsters Inc. I actually would stand by there's an argument to be made that these two movies could go toe to toe with the 4 Toy Story movies as one of the best series Pixar has made. I think both films are incredibly equal to each other in some ways. I think both movies are freaking amazing, and this is the one that I am actually kind of bummed that we can't just put both through. So
Let your dreams be dreams. Tim.
Maggie
both,
said
'cause you're an
something.
idiot.
What did you say? Maggie. Coho's wrong. Is that what you said? Why is he wrong? You have to take a different path to get to your. You can't. Oh, Maggie is shitting on Coho. Anyway, it's no secret. Monsters Inc. is my favorite.
No way.
Ever. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's my favorite movie of all time. One night I got really drunk and wrote a long review on Letterboxd. It's my pinned review on Letterboxd about how I feel about this movie. You can go check that out. But Monsters University, I don't love it. I think it's good. There are things about it that I really, really like. The basically, like I think Kelly said it, the college scenery atmosphere I really like in the movie. There's some story beats that don't work for me. I think it goes on a little too long. Like the climax of the film feels tacked on. And it does, even though they play it for jokes, it does fall into a lot of the same prequel tropes that a lot of other movies do fall into, and not in like a comedic way, and like not a good way. So I like the movie a lot, but I don't love it. But I love Monsters Inc. It's as my perfect.
Let's vote. Kelly,
Ink.
go.
I'll go University. Fuck it.
Tim,
Ink.
Boatman.
Ink.
I vote you. Mike, are we
Ink.
tying or are we doing what?
Ink. Yes.
I'm wholly fine.
I thought you were here for the chaos.
I may be saving that for later until we actually get to the brackets. After hell will break loose.
So Ink makes it. Let me move it here.
Are we up to the Sophie's Choice now?
I just had my Sophie's Choice. I don't know about you. The next one's pretty easy for me.
The next one is the Toy Story franchise.
There it is.
So for this one, we got Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and the brilliantly titled Toy Story 4.
Not the Toy Story 4?
So let's start with Mike. Mike,
Yes.
which Toy Story did you put into the tournament?
Oh, my favorite Pixar of all time, perfect fucking movie, is one I got to talk about with Kelly on an upcoming episode. Toy Story. Fucking love Toy Story. I've always loved Toy Story. Yeah, the other ones.
Which one?
Toy Story. The other ones I enjoy. I enjoy the entire series, but Toy Story 1, fucking A.
Okay. Toy Story 1, I never loved. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I was a rebellious teenager, 15 years old when this shit came out.
Yeah, we're done with him.
Oh wow.
The fuck? Toy Story, it was, I don't know. Even back then, I could tell the animation wasn't at the point it should be released as a movie. But it was enjoyable.
It was the first CGI animated movie. What do you mean? Animation wasn't at the point
I'm
to be
sorry, but if you have the perfect way to do it with stop animation, like they showed in A Nightmare Before Christmas, why would you try to do this weird ass character shit? Okay, I didn't love it, but it was fine. The second one I did love. When it came out, it won me over. Everybody told me it was a better story, it was a heartfelt thing. I didn't believe it. I went anyway. Ended up loving it. I didn't think I needed any more. They did the third one, which honestly, I don't know why people shit on the third one. Like, people give it a lot of shit these days. That movie's fucking great. I actually sometimes enjoy it more than 2. Sometimes I enjoy 2 more than 3. Those 2 to me are like the pinnacle of Toy Story thing. I have no fucking clue why they made the 4th one. It's fine. It's not bad. I like that they kind of closed the loop on Little Bo Beep, because it was kind of a bitch move that they just like took her out of 3. Like, well, they gave her away. I mean, come on, that was rough. But I feel it's more like a coda to the trilogy. Like, I enjoy the information I got from it, and I enjoy that Woody made the decision in the end. I just not sure if it didn't exist, if I would miss it. It's okay. So yeah, 2 or 3. I mean, those are the great ones. Boatman.
Toy Story 1 is fantastic. I think that the writing in that one is really smart. Toy Story 2 is even better. That's my favorite. Toy Story 3 is not as bad as people say. It's also not as good as people say. That's my take on Toy Story 3. I think Lotso is not a great villain. I just think it doesn't work. And then Toy Story 4 is better than Toy Story 3, but not as good as Toy Story 1 or 2.
Fuck no. Tim.
You say Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. All 4 of these movies are perfect in my opinion. I love all 4 of them. To me, the definitive ranking. And this is gonna blow some minds. So get ready. The second one's the best one. It's, to me, it has the best comedy. both pop culture wise and just in the movie wise. I think overall the comedy in the second one is by far the best. The story is, I think, really great. We've talked a lot about how in sequels, like the new characters.
What is that background noise?
I don't know. It's annoying as shit.
Yeah.
There we go. So that we've talked a lot about how like new characters in the sequels don't always. Fuck is happening?
I don't think it was
The characters in the sequels don't always work for everybody. Like we want to stay with the original characters. In Toy Story 2, Jesse, Bullseye, Prospector Pete, they're all aces. Good shit. Is it me? Am I the one that's?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well,
What is it? I don't hear anything.
Of course you don't hear anything. You just fucking headphones.
Okay. Go.
I think the first one is really
Oh,
great.
fuck, that's me. Hang on.
Okay. I think that the first Toy Story is really great. I think the second one improves on it a lot, which is crazy considering the first one is fantastic. I think the 2 is the best one. I think 3 is the worst one. Not because I think it's a bad movie. I just think 3 is basically the second movie again with a worse villain. And then I think
Not so hot there.
I think 4 is the second story because it sort of correctly lands the bird in a way where I think most people were like, Toy Story 3 ended it. I think that they left Woody in a place where it doesn't feel true to him to end there, and 4 fixes that and ends him there. So that's I would go.
Actually, I kind of pissed at Bonnie.
2, 4, 1, 3.
I actually very pissed at Bonnie. I actually hate the fact that she was like, my cowboy, and then immediately threw him away. Fucking Woody could
That's
be
what
sitting in
kids
university.
do.
He could be sitting in college with Andy, like having a happy ass life as a collectible.
He's Pete the Prospect. Anyway,
What did I say? Did I say Prospector Pete?
no, I said Prospector Pete, and somebody in
Oh.
the chat was like, "It's Stinky Pete." I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking know. He's also a prospector."
Stinky Pete the Prospector. That is the correct.
I need to
Who
say
gives a
something I
shit?
forgot. I wanted to shock Nazario, and I forgot to say it. The fourth one is the second best one out of these. It goes
Tim,
2, 4, 1, 3. By the way,
yeah, Tim, let's go.
Fucking millennials, man. Kelly.
I grew up with. What are you talking about? These are my movies.
I have to leave it with my heart. The second one's always been my favorite. It's the one I've gravitated to the most, so that seems like the one that's going through. But I also wasn't on the Toy Story train for a very long time, but just having rewatched it and chatted about it with Mike, I appreciate it a lot more. It does have a lot of really good lines, a lot of really good themes in it, but 2 lets you actually enjoy the characters of Woody and Buzz more, because in the first one they're such dicks. So to actually be able to bring them back
True.
and then expand on it with the new characters, I think it's the most seamless sequel that blends the old and new characters together and makes it as equally enjoyable. On 4, it's still my least favorite, but I like that like nearly 25 years later, they bring back the themes of lost toys, because there's that scene in the first one at the petrol station when Woody's like, I'm a lost toy. And then to actually like sort of see him embrace that, it's good like story work. So if the first 3
How
are the
about Carl?
trilogy, then the 4th one's the epilogue. It's fine. But 2.
Even in the poster, look at this poster. That bed has no texture. Creepy animation. Okay, let's vote. Mike, number.
Oh yeah, I'm going number 1. Fuck.
I'm going number 2. Vote.
2.
Tim.
The one with the Star Wars spoof at the beginning.
Go. Kelly.
2.
All right. 2 makes it. I believe it was the correct choice.
I believe so too. Although, shout out to Ducky and Bunny. You're muted, Go.
They're my favorite parts of 4.
We got
All right.
a kid. We
Okay.
got a kid.
And now we're going to get into the meat of the story.
Here we
We
go.
have the movies. We have the bracket. Let's see what happens. First movie in the official bracket, A Bug's Life. I don't know, man. This movie's I watched it I thought it was like, eh. The animation was way better than Ants, at least. Came out in the same year. Ants was like a like DreamWorks always goes like the horror version. Like, let's get all the name people and put in here and see what happens. And like Pixar went like, I'm gonna go with the more grown version. I'm gonna get.
I'm with you. Bowman's freaking out. I like that analogy. That's good.
Yeah, they did it with like most of the first. Like, you watch those cast lists, they pay top dollar for like the guy who shows up for 2 seconds just because of the name value, and they worried later about the content. Like, DreamWorks didn't pull their shit together until the 2000s. Anyway, this is like more natural grown. Like, Pixar actually finds people that fit the roles, and even though the story is not the most original, intriguing, great, I don't know, it's fine. I enjoy it a bit. Uh, yeah. You guys keep going. I have to do something real quick. Kelly, and then go on down.
Yeah, A Bug's Life coming out after Toy Story and sort of in the prime of cinema and VHS watching for me. So I enjoy it. It doesn't hold up as much rewatching it nowadays. Like, you do lose a little bit of the child nostalgia, but I enjoy the circus bugs. I think they're a fun dynamic. Lots of cool female characters with like Princess Ada and Dot. So like, you get at least like a good mix. It's good. That's all I can say. It's good.
I think that this is a movie that every time I watch it, when I'm watching it in the moment, I think it's really fun and I really enjoy it. In the moment it's done, I'm like, that was good. I liked it. But when you stack it against the rest of their roster, it doesn't hit compared to some of the other stuff they've done. I think Hopper's a really good villain, really intimidating villain, and that still holds up. I love the circus bugs through and through. Yeah, I think it's good. It just can't. It's nothing against the movie. It just Pixar has made so many like really great movies that this one is like good, and it can't quite hold a candle.
If I didn't promise Mother on her deathbed that I wouldn't kill you, I would kill you is one of the best lines in all of Pixar. I love this movie. I really do. I think maybe, I don't know. No, I definitely think I like it better than Kelly and Co. based on what they said. I think this was the first movie I ever saw in theaters. And I loved it then as a kid. I still love it now. It is one that, like, when I got into this space and into trivia, I hadn't seen in a really long time, and kind of got to rediscover how much I loved it doing Pixar watches and stuff. So it's not in my top 10 or anything. I think it's like a 4-star movie, but it's great. And yeah, Hopper is awesome. Like that. I love that character.
Christopher Plummer.
Yep, you got it. And I just think he's great. I think the movie is great. So yeah.
Slim. I just want to shout out Slim being the best character in this movie. I'm always the prop, the stick, the broom, the sword. Great.
Swish, bang, bang.
Great. I love it. This movie is fun. Is it like up to like the high tier standards of Pixar? No. Is it super duper fun in my opinion? Yes. I like really enjoy it. I like all these characters. It's just not like epic, right? It doesn't have the like Pixar feel of like supreme quality, but it's like a nice little movie.
Yeah, this is a really fun movie. It's a good fucking movie. I really enjoy it.
Okay. This movie goes against Wally. Okay, Mike, you start.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good fucking movie. Stacked against the rest, I enjoy a lot more of these better than this one. But yeah, still, I enjoy it.
It's probably one of my favorite movies. It switches between this and another one. It's the first movie I bought on Blu-ray, and it was the first time I could, like, in a big screen. well, big for 2008. It was like 32 inches. It was like the biggest TV I had at the time. But I put it there, and it was an HD movie, and I was like, wow, the animation on this looks like fucking reality. Like the things, the garbage, the things that Wally picked up, everything felt so good, so well designed. And Wally itself, when I saw the poster, I was like, huh, they are remaking Johnny Five into a Pixar movie. But no, he actually has its own personality. They didn't even steal the plot from Short Circuit. They just like wrote something else. And I saw it. I saw they had no dialogue at the beginning. I really got into it. And then, yes, they got to the axiom. And the movie loses a step, but it's not that big of a step. People exaggerate. The movie continues to be very entertaining and very fun. And I just look at him. Look at that little thing. It's adorable shit. I love this movie. Both.
Wally is a fantastic like first half and a totally passable second half. Like the first act is great. Like everything that is just like Wally and Eve is like super fun. And then once we get on the ship, the movie gets a little weak in my opinion, but like it's not bad. It's just not as good as what came before it, is like the truth of it.
I don't know where my Wally is. Okay, Tim.
Yeah, I'm with Boatman. I really like the first half. The second half, I'm not a big fan of. This movie gets a little. If you know me at all, I don't like it when movies preach to me too hard. And while I may agree with the sentiments behind said preaching, this is one of the only times where Pixar has really slapped you in the face with their message. Don't love that. The fat people, even though I'm one of them, kind of freak me out. They weird me out a little bit. But hey, if I had, well, it freaks me because I know that if I had one of those chairs, man, oh boy, would I? Oh man. So anyway,
Wouldn't we all?
I think the movie is perfectly fine and enjoyable. If someone were to be like, "Hey, you want to watch Wally?" I would say, "Fuck yeah," but it's not my favorite.
I can't imagine a younger Tim like coming out of the theater with the popcorn container and the empty soda glass, and he's like watches the hamper. He's like, "Fuck this movie!" Throws it in the floor. Go. What do you think?
I think this movie starts to go downhill the moment it tries to be Adam McKay's 2001: A Space Odyssey.
But don't look up,
Right.
man.
Fuck.
Don't look up.
Sorry, that joke didn't land the way I wanted it to, but neither did anything in Don't Look Up. I think that Wally
Pretty sure
first half
no, I won't, that's a
is
spoiler. I won't do that.
the first half of Wally is fantastic. I think if the whole movie stayed on Earth, I'd actually probably really love it. If the whole movie was what the first half was, and you found a way to make a story happen there, and the humans show up at the end, it might be better. But I think making the whole second half of the movie about this robot who doesn't talk in a world with all these humans who I don't give a shit about, with an evil steering wheel. Yeah, I don't know. I think the second half loses power for me. But I do like the first half so much that it brings the score of that movie up for me. I think there's a lot of great things about Wally. But yeah, it will never make my top 10 picks.
I can already picture people like if the movie was actually like the whole movie was like the first 20 minutes of this movie, then people would be like, "Huh, a silent movie in 2008." Blah. Go.
I was 16 and working at the movie theater when Wally came out, so I'm scarred by cheap tickets and just an absolute sea of popcorn of having to vacuum that shit up. So I was not on the Wally train just from being scarred for a very long time. And then just hearing the Down to Earth song, I do like it, but vacuuming shit and just hearing that every couple of hours made me a little bit crazy. But it is a good song. I like it a lot more now. I guess because I've had that distance, I haven't rewatched it a bunch of times, so it's still quite fresh to me in some sort of sense. I think you have to be in the right mood to watch it. It's not one I would just chuck on willy-nilly and sort of just have in the background. It's something I think I like to sit down and enjoy. But it's cute. It's good. Eve's a great character. Wally's a great character. Everyone else is there. It's good.
Is it Eve or Eva?
Oh no.
Not this.
That's an old Schmodown reference for you fuckers.
Okay, let's vote. Kelly.
You want to make references real video store shield? Tim beat you to it.
Kelly, what do you want to put in
Hey,
the next one?
Wanda!
Life or Wally?
Wally, please.
Go.
I'll be honest, I'm gonna go with Bug's Life.
Tim.
I'm also going to Bug's Life.
Boatman.
Look, I don't love the second act of Wally, but Wally.
I vote Wally.
I
And
voted Bug's Life.
Yeah, to the chat! To the chat!
we're going to the
chat! Chaos!
Okay, guys.
Yeah, here we go. If you want to use your points, this is the time to do it. Cody, if you're still here, points.
Yes, Cody.
Michael, get in here.
You want to
Yes,
use your
Cody!
Yes!
Oh, wait, actually, Cody did use his points. Yes, counts for 2. Cody counts for 2.
What?
He used his channel points.
He uses channel points. Cody, you got to use the channel points again, man. It's tied. If you wanted to go through,
This is kangaroo.
Get good.
you go down to
That's
the
how you
bottom. You have channel points on the bottom of it. Oh, Cody used it again. Counts for 2 more.
This is illegal.
Let's go!
I don't understand.
Wait. He can use it once. What the fuck?
Hey, he keeps spending the points. He can use it.
Yeah, he did it again!
He did it again.
Let's go.
Let's go, Cody!
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Here we go. Real store used 4. So he's got a 4. Cody still wins. We got 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, I think Michael just used some.
No, he just said an emoji. He didn't say what his vote was, though.
Well,
What is the
yes, he did. He
official
said Wally easy. Michael said Wally easy.
Oh.
That's
Oh, and Michael just voted for Wally. Jesus Christ.
So
it's
what
going
is it?
insane.
He's died? Is it over?
Dude, I don't even know where the fuck it
tiebreaker?
is anymore. It's just
Yeah, I
all
say Maggie should be the tiebreaker.
Bug's Life.
Okay, stop with the votes for a second. We done with the voting on there. Let me see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's ridiculous.
God damn, it's tied. Okay, Tim, you let Maggie do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Be it's still tied after I said stop, so Maggie gets to choose.
Pick one. I won't leave you.
I don't know. I've seen one significantly more than the other one, so it's kind of unfair.
That's up to you. You pick.
I don't want to pick. Why are you doing this to me?
Cody says I was supposed to be on the show, so mine should count more.
well, we've had more
He's
people.
already
in
counted
the-
like 5.
Should we pull it from the magic hat?
You got the magic
You
hat?
know what?
Missouri?
I'm just gonna flip a coin.
Yeah, flip it.
Bug's Life. Bug's Life.
Bugs life. Bugs life.
Fucking weirdos.
Michael says it sounds like Maggie is choosing Wally.
One has come out significantly earlier than the other. Which one I
Okay.
Anyway.
Bug's Life. You've seen more.
Kelly.
Is that your choice?
Kelly, who do you vote for?
Wally, please. I'm scared.
Call it in the air. This is heads. 1, 2, call it.
Heads.
It's tails. Bucks.
Yes!
Oh,
This is better than Rodgers getting beat by the 49ers!
Places,
Why are you trying to?
places.
Sorry.
People ask you out, you just have to say you're fine.
This is why we shouldn't do this shit. This way. The dog's life. Fuck. Okay.
Is this giving you Jaws vibes, Missouri?
No. The next one is gonna be. I think this was nominated for Best Picture. Up.
You.
This movie's fine. I, like everybody else who has a heart in the world, enjoy the old people segment at the beginning, and the song, and the elderly couple, and all the whole setup for this movie. I even enjoy where he totally fantastically and not really at all flies a fucking house with balloons to South America. Then he gets there, and yeah, then the movie stalls. I don't think it's bad. I guess this is how most people feel about the second half of Wally. Like the movie had so much promise, it had so much like imagination, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna go this, and we get fucking literal dogfight in airplanes in the last section of the movie. And you know what? I'm sorry. I know people love Kevin. No. Bowman, what do you think about Up?
Up is a movie that is honestly hurt by how great its opening 10 minutes is. Like that 10 minutes is so perfect that the rest of honestly, you take out that, and I almost feel like the rest of the movie looks better because it doesn't have to live up to that. I think Up is fine. It's not like super top tier Pixar, but it's good. I like Carl. I like Russell. I actually find Months kind of interesting. Doug is great.
Christopher
And I
Plummer.
like the dogs. I like the dog fighting. That's fun.
Tim.
Yeah, I don't like this movie very much.
What the fuck?
Like both of you said. Oh, are you saying to the Coraline thing?
Yes.
I think because they came out the same year, is what they're saying. This movie I think is overrated as fuck. I think this is one of the most overrated movies ever. Like you guys said, the beginning is great. Sorry, Bowman, the dogs are fucking stupid as hell. Oh, let's get a very vicious looking dog, and guess what? He's got a girly voice. Fucking hilarious. I think it's just really stupid. There's no character other than Doug that I actually kind of like. I think Kevin. I like Kevin. I do like Kevin. But I like Doug mainly because I like golden boys, and that's probably about it. You know what's underrated though? The Doug Days Disney Plus shorts, pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Surprisingly entertaining. I enjoyed them. But this movie is weird. I also got sued for trying to do this exact same thing in my parents' house. So it's a joke. I didn't do that. But.
I think that Up won 2 Academy Awards that it didn't fucking deserve. I think that Best Animated Feature should have gone to The Princess and the Frog. Score should have gone to Giacchino for Star Trek, not Up.
Coraline.
But I will say the score for Star Trek is 10 times the score for Up. Boat, relax. Just because one's animated and one is sci-fi, you can relax. I think that Up on the whole is fine. I think that like everyone loves the opening 10 minutes. I actually like a little bit more than the opening 10 minutes. I love everything until we are like at Paradise Falls, South America area. Once we get there, I'm like, I'm done. Once we get there, I'm like, and this movie's over for me because I don't like any of the conflict. I don't like any of the MacGuffins. I don't enjoy anything that happens. I love Carl's arc, but I don't love how we get to the resolution of it from where we start. I think it's a bit of a mess. I think there's like a couple of moments that I enjoy in the movie, but on the whole, I think Up is kind of bad. It's one of the.
I like the fact that they actually think that the real world physics actually support the idea of a guy who can pull a house with a fucking rope just because the house is lifted a bit from the ground. Yeah, that's not how it works.
I would also go so far as to say this is the first Pixar movie for me that missed in their run up to this point. I think I liked every movie very like enough where I was like, yeah, these are all really good to like pretty good. This is the first one where I was like, no, this missed. I don't enjoy this. So yeah.
Kelly,
I want to see the short that was
is it up or down?
It was the cloud one.
Yeah.
This one I didn't see in theaters, so I didn't see until a fair few years later. So hearing that this is the one that was nominated for Best Picture, and then finally watching it, I'm like, it didn't compute to me. I didn't get all the love for it. I guess it is just that opening scene, and the score is with the married life. Like it's those two components together have carried it so far and are a lot of the goodwill. Doug and the Squirrels is very cute, but and this one isn't for me. I think the themes and the point of view is correct, and like the emotion it's trying to invoke in you. But I agree, the story's not there. But to see like the older person's point of view and trying to let go, I think that resonates. There's something very humane in that.
Does Paul watch cartoons? Mike.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a good fucking movie.
Fair. Okay. This movie goes against 2012's Brave.
No. One of these has to go on, really?
Let's flip it.
Toy Story 1 3 didn't
We
make it.
eliminated Monsters University, but Brave and Up are going to go to the next round. Okay.
Kelly,
Kelly,
what do you think about Brave?
I like Brave. I think I seem to like Brave more than most people. I like the setting. I like Merida as a character. I like the castle. That wasn't me that time.
No, it was me. Sorry.
I like the setting. The Scottish Highlands are beautiful. I like the voice cast, things like that. I think everyone sort of touches on this. It was sold as a completely different movie. I think the trailers and what you ended up with were completely different. The bear plot seemed to come really out of nowhere. But I'm a sucker for any like child-parent relationships. So I think that's fine. But it's a middle to me.
Let's skip it. Tim, what do you think?
If you could change your fate, would you? Yeah, I don't love this movie. That being said, it is one of the best looking Pixar movie. What?
I'll be shooting for my own heart.
Yeah. It's a perfectly average movie. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
You know, I don't hate this movie. I actually liked it enough to buy it. I guess I'm one of the few people who actually did. I did buy it on Black Friday though. It was like $6. I have a feeling, seeing the story of how this movie was made, what happened in the process, and actually watching the short about the story of Mordu that they made with the movie. I'm pretty sure I would have loved this film when it was supposed to be The Bear and the Bow, and then they just Disneyfied it, I guess, and it ended up being something that should have been way better than it was. Even the trailers promise a better movie than what we got. Is it a bad movie? No, it is not. I defend the fact that Brave is a good movie. I just think we were sold a lie. And even though the thing we got was not shit, I still prefer the lie. Mike.
Yeah, this is a pretty good fucking movie.
Short and sweet. I love it. Bothman.
Brave is. I think that Brave is weird. Honestly, like the plot line just kind of goes in a bunch of different places. But I didn't hate it as much on rewatch as I did like previously. I think it's a cool setting. I just wish they did more with it. Remember when the trailers like made no indication that the mom turned into a bear?
Yeah.
That was weird. And then when you watched the movie, you found out that's what the movie was actually about. Like, yeah, kind of weird.
I mean, Disney still does that a lot, where they
Pixar trailers are bad. Like,
yes, Pixar trailers are real bad. Like but I think the earlier ones were worse because the earlier Pixar trailers were actually short films that they made to sell you the movie and had nothing to do. Sometimes they didn't even have the plot locked down, and they talked about shit that didn't even come up in the movie. It was weird. Okay, we're missing
New
Coco.
video store chill. Subscribe for 3 months. Thanks.
I think Brave's the worst Pixar movie. I think that it is the first one where Disney comes in and tears apart the movie that they're trying to make a garbage replacement halfway through the making of the movie. Like I think there's a movie in here, like Nazario says, that is what they wanted to do. This like cool, like archer and bear fucking mythology with Scottish whatever. They wanted to make that, and I think like they missed that point by having so much dumb humor that doesn't work. And like not being able to explain to me what the fuck is ever happening in a way that makes any fucking sense. I think this movie is just not good. And the fact that this won animated feature that year in a year with like I think some really great movies like Rise of the Guardians and Wreck-It Ralph and the Pirates Band of Misfits, and it was Brave. We gave it and Frankenweenie, and we gave it to Brave.
Of course, you
Like,
mentioned fucking
I
pirates.
hate
That's true.
I hate Brave. I think
You
it's
see
the worst.
that? You see the trailer lights there, Cajo? That's the Will of the Wisp.
Thank you for explaining it.
Okay.
That's a Pokemon move.
I think that is a Pokemon. Ask Mason, he would know.
There is a Pokemon move called Will-O-Wisp.
Kelly,
Fire.
Up or Brave?
If you ask me which one I want to rewatch, it's going to be Brave, so I'll vote Brave.
Mike,
Fuck it up.
Boatman,
Ed Asner.
Tim.
I would also vote up.
Shit.
I'm voting Brave.
Oh my
Go.
god.
The fact that
happened.
Monsters University is not fucking going to the next round, but we have to put up through. Fuck this tournament.
Up makes it.
It's a video store bullshit.
Video store bullshit.
Hey, I said we were gonna do triple threats, and people were like, "Nah, one per franchise."
I had no
Fuck.
involvement in setting this up. I'm a day of replacement.
Yes, that's true. You are a replacement.
It's better
So
than
now-
everything else that's missed out. Real video store
This-
shill.
Better
Thing
than Toy
that-
Story 4 and 1 and 3.
This thing that
Yeah.
got put in here.
I like Monsters University more than all three of those movies.
Fuck off.
That thing that got put in here, we talked about enough.
The fact that you tell me to fuck off actually makes me sad.
Is going against something else we put in. Toy Story 2.
Yeah, fuck.
So let's vote. Tim,
Toy Story 2.
Mike,
Toy Story 2. Fuck.
Kelly,
Toy Story 2.
Boatman,
Toy Story 2.
go.
Cars.
Really? Seriously?
Yes.
Say the line, Bart.
If you want my legitimate opinion, I like Cars more than Toy Story 2 in my personal rankings. Cars is in my top 4 Pixar, personally.
Say the
I love
line, Bart.
I'm sorry. I'm fake writing. I already wrote it like a while ago.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So the next one is another thing we put in. Incredible. Sometimes I hate myself when I make this shit. I don't know why. It's going against Coco.
Oh, you fucking
Okay.
Wait, I missed it. What was Coco's going against what?
Incredibles.
Oh shit.
Oh,
So
Kelly,
brutal.
what do you think about Coco?
Coco's easily a top 3, but then possibly so is The Incredibles. This should maybe possibly be the finale. Like, that's really hard. Coco's just brilliant. It sucks you into the world. It's got fantastic music, beautiful characters, the vibrant colors, the great storyline the whole way through. It's fantastic. And yet at the ending, like, you always tear up at the ending. So, I need to think about this one.
Boatman.
Coco is really good. And Coco's a movie that I love. I can't watch it alone because it actually hits me like really hard. Specifically that ending, partially due to like when the movie came out. It was very relevant to my life at the time because it came out like not too far after my grandma passed away and she was living with us, and it hit me very hard, and I love Coco. I don't know what I'm gonna go to somebody else.
Mike Hanley.
Coco's a good fucking movie.
Coco.
Coco's a movie that I didn't expect anything from, and it literally cured a head cold that I had going into the movie. Is my running joke where like I went in and saw this movie with like I was not feeling good, left the theater, felt 100% fine. I love Coco a lot. It's one of the most moving, beautiful movies that they've ever made, and one of the most beautiful looking movies I think I've ever seen. Fuck. Are we voting now, or am I just giving an opinion on movies?
Tim.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. Coco is perfect. It really is. I don't think there's anything wrong with the movie. Oh shit. Yeah, it's the music. The music's great. The characters are great. It's got a cute doggo. It's awesome from beginning to end. I love Coco. I've seen this movie many times, and I don't think there's a single time I've watched it where I haven't cried at the end of the movie. Both from the big emotional beat towards the end, and then also just that final song, the final musical number, like gives me goosebumps like every time. It's perfect.
Best song in the movie. I stand by it.
I agree with you. Yep.
I was kind of like, I didn't know what to expect about Coco when I actually saw the commercials the first time. This movie came out the same year as Cars 3, right?
Yep.
So I was like, the last time Pixar threw 2 movies, the second one wasn't great. And Disney's already putting like a fucking Olaf thing in it. Maybe they are trying to like bring people in. Maybe the movie won't be that good. So I actually didn't go watch it when it just opened. But I did take my kid to his first movie theater experience ever to this movie on my birthday, December 26th. And I was like, yeah, I was wrong. This thing is fucking perfection. And then I started rewatching it at home, and my kid started liking it more and more until he told me it was his favorite movie, and then I saw it 40 more times. And you would think that would like bring the movie down, but it really didn't, which actually speaks volumes to me about the quality of this film. It's very, very actually true to the Mexican experience, as far as I can tell. I'm not Mexican, I'm Latin American, so I have some reference, maybe more than United States. But I do have a grandma that used to be a huge part of my life and now lives with my parents, and I have seen how age slowly takes them a bit away, a bit of a time. And even though I have been prepping for a couple of years now that the moment is probably soon gonna come, I don't think I'm ready. So, yikes. Let's vote.
Well,
Yeah.
shit.
This guy
Coco.
handy for a Pixar episode. I'm voting Coco.
Mike.
Going Incredibles.
Vote.
I feel bad after all that picking the movie with lasers and robots, but I think I'm going to. It has Holly Hunter. She's in broadcast news.
I'm gonna do Coco.
Fine.
So that's 2-2. Tim.
I went and looked at my ranked list on Letterboxd. I literally have one of these movies at 4 and one of them at 5. So they're right next to each other. And I'm going to go off that and trust a Tim from the past to make this decision. And that means it's Coco is my vote.
And Kelly. Is it a tie?
I'm always going to leave with the emotion, and I think Coco might win this whole thing. I'm going to go Coco.
Yes.
There we go.
Love that movie.
I will
honestly
say though,
thought-
the like covered version of Remember Me that plays during the credits is my down to earth. So
I feel that
honestly thought for a
Coco was
second
the
that-
first movie that I opened at my theater when I started working at AMC.
I'll be honest. For a second there, I thought I fucking shoot myself in the foot with that one. We put in Finding Nemo into this thing. The question now becomes: is Finding Nemo better than
Luca, the other fish
Good
movie.
dinosaur.
This is where the good shit starts. With a good dinosaur.
Oh, sleep. Clean it up. Let's get out of here.
let's
Move
wrap
along.
this shit up.
Luca.
Dinosaur's ass.
Okay, I'll say something. I'll say I don't hate it. I mean, it's definitely. You know what this feels like? This feels like the kind of shit Disney should be putting in Disney Plus from Pixar now, instead of taking actual theatrical movies and putting them in Disney Plus. It's very small scale. It's a very low risk, low reward thing. It is cute though. I still laugh my ass off in the scene with the Triceratops with all the birds comes and
Oh
said
my
like,
god!
gotta name it.
Stop.
It comes. It's yours. And then what's the name of the little bird that wants to kill everybody? Is it Doris? Rita?
I don't
remember.
know. I don't fucking care.
No. She picked him. Let it go.
Everything I said about Disney meddling with Brave, retweet for this. Is the exact same thing.
Really? I didn't
Yes.
care enough to look for like.
God damn.
I'm with Cody. Arlo sucks. Arlo is the worst Disney protagonist, and it's not close. Or Pixar protagonist.
Is it a Spot, the protagonist though? Shit.
Arlo's
Fuck.
kind of a dick.
Arlo is
Okay.
a dick.
Finding Nemo versus the Good Dinosaur. Mike.
I'm gonna say I agree with Nazar. I enjoy The Good Dinosaur. I laugh my ass off as well. That being said, go and find Nemo.
Hell.
Fucking hate the good dinosaur. Nemo.
Both.
I don't know what a Triceratops is. I don't believe this movie is real.
Tim.
Albert Brooks.
Finding Nemo. The Good Dinosaur's ass.
Go.
Nemo, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's Nemo, but I still say it's not ass.
You know what I really want to see when I go to my kids' movies is a dinosaur tripping on acid.
Right?
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
what I was just about
That's
to
how you
say.
fucking party.
We're back. We're back. A dinosaur. That's a dinosaur tripping on acid.
That's true.
Speaking of
Freebirds.
Disney Plus, we got Soul,
Yes.
which is the penultimate release. I think this was last year.
Yep.
The penultimate release. I did not know what to expect out of this movie. Again, I saw the trailer. I was like, "This looks weird," and I wasn't sure where it was gonna go. And like most Pixar movies, when it came out, it just took me somewhere I did not expect at all. I just thought it was gonna be like Joe Gardner's story, living and playing Soul, and maybe like Guardian Angels or something that like advised him. I did not expect the fucker to die in like 2 minutes in the movie. Like that's not something I expected. And then people don't like 23. I like 23. Tina Fey. Sometimes it's annoying. Wait, is it 22 or 23?
22.
22.
22.
22.
It's 22. I like 22.
It's 22 because nobody likes you when you're 23.
I like 22. Tina Fey is fine. The short that they made out of this movie, where she like grabs all the little souls and like rebel and that's net God of War, that is fucking brilliant. When the last one just like decides to stay with her, and that makes her go to her. Fuck you! She throws him up. Perfection. It's not in the movie though, but I love it. The bit with the cat, I did not like. But other than that, I actually really think this movie is I don't know. It's like ethereal. It's interesting. The whole thing with the Terrys and the Jerrys, like how they control the what was the seminar? It's not longer like pre-life. It's the something seminar.
The U seminar. They used to call it the
U
Great Before,
seminar.
but now it's the U seminar.
And even though I don't know like all the reference, I still find them funny. Jackson,
So good.
so
It's a great joke.
yeah, it was a very unexpected one for me. The music is fucking beautiful. Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, man, best thing he ever did was no want to make any 9-inch Nails albums. I'm just dedicated to do fucking movies. So I really love. So Mike,
It's a pretty good fucking movie.
fair, vote.
Yeah, I love Soul. Soul's a movie I liked a lot when I first saw it. Loved it on second watch. I think that this is a really heavy Pixar movie. Like it's like fun, it's got great music, but this is like definitely their most existential and like obviously and I think it's really good. 22 is a lot of fun and it's like yeah, it's great.
Tim.
Yeah, I think this is a kind of a perfect movie. I agree with Bowman. It's Pixar's most adult film, I would say, to date. Pete Docter took a lot of the ideas and like out of the box thinking of Inside Out, and I think just kind of perfected it even better. And I love Inside Out. Inside Out is also kind of a perfect movie for me. So yeah, I think it's really great. Like we were talking about earlier, where like the trailers don't always like show what the movie is. This is another prime example where I thought I knew what I was getting when I saw this. And then I actually like the cat stuff because I wasn't expecting it. And it was something that happened. And I was like, oh shit, I was not expecting this movie to take this turn. And I thought it worked really well in the context of the movie. I think Jamie Foxx is really, really good in the movie. I wasn't expecting much from him. And I thought he was really, really good. And I like Tina Fey in the movie too. So yeah, I like this one a lot. This is it's just outside my top 10. But when you have 11 movies that are 5 out of 5s, one of them kind of has to fall out of the top 10. So
I forgot to mention, I love the moon guy with the boat in the sand sea.
Moon Dance,
That's his name, Moon Dance.
I believe so.
Yep.
It's Graham
Go.
Norton.
Is Graham Norton.
Moon Wind. I'm sorry.
Moon Wind. Okay, that makes sense. Go.
Yeah, this movie's fantastic. It's one that I have only seen twice because it hits with you a certain way. It sits with you different than the rest of them. It's not as rewatchable in a sense. But I think this is like a gorgeously a gorgeously animated movie. The music's amazing. It has like the Jackson joke is really good. It made me laugh really hard. There's a lot of jokes in Soul that I think really hit. It has a lot of heart. I love Soul. It's a good movie.
Go.
I like Soul a lot. It's definitely the spiritual successor to Inside Out. I like when Pixar really goes in on these themes, and anything that makes you be more introspective about your own life and you can apply it to what you're going through is fantastic. I like the It's a Wonderful Life aspect where you see, if you weren't around, how you have affected people and things like that, because I think that is important in this day and age and society. It's got a good lens on that. So I like this one a lot. And the music is what really does it for me. I love jazz and things like that. So the jazz music mixed with the score and things is great. And it's got Richard Ayoade. I always enjoy hearing his voice. So I like this one a lot.
Fair. Well, speaking of Big Doctor, it's going against Inside Out.
Shit.
I knew that's what you were doing.
Kelly, what do you feel about Inside Out?
Inside Out's far and away my favorite film. There's been nothing that's spoken to me so much about growing up and mental health and things like that. So this is pretty near and dear to me. So it's going to win pretty easily. But
Favorite
yeah.
Pixar, favorite
Bold
Pixar all
statement.
time?
Pixar.
Okay.
But it would make a play for like a top 100. It would definitely be in there.
Nice.
Bold statement. Calling in that was going to win. Go. What do you think about Inside Out?
Inside Out's one that I didn't love the first like 3-4 times I watched it. I thought it was like good. I thought it was fine. I didn't really enjoy it or understand the like praise and hype for it. This last watch, I sort of get it more. I don't love it the same way other people do. I think that I think it's a great tool for teaching kids emotions and mental illness and giving them an early access to that. I think that's a very valuable asset this movie has. I just don't necessarily I don't love the story we go on. There's nothing wrong with the story. It just personally is not something that I liked doing. Just watching this movie through and through on the story. I don't think it's bad by any means. I just don't. It's not one I like going back to a lot personally. So,
Hey, Go, do you remember when you argued that this was not Michael Giacchino's best score against me?
yeah, I know, and I'm right. It's not.
I won the point.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Tim.
I think this is one of the most consistently funny Pixar movies
That's
too.
right.
There's like a lot of jokes in here that really hit over and over and over again. I think all 5 emotions work really well on their own. And I think Riley works really well on her own, in spite of her kind of being like not really a character when you think about it. When like the characters you're following are the 5 emotions, she's not really like a character, but at the end of the day, like she's fleshed out really well. And I saw this for the first time with my niece, who was 8 at the time. And that I think kind of springboarded how much I enjoyed it, because she loved it and it hit her really hard, and so then it hit me really hard, and then I just think all the emotion, the whole no pun intended, all the way through is done really, really well. The Bing Bong scene is fucking heartbreaking, but on top of that, again, there's all the moments that people talk about, like the Bing Bong scene is like the one that really hits everybody. But to me, it's like the even more towards the end, where Riley is like back at home with her parents. Just like I've had that moment in my life, and it breaks me every time I watch this movie. So yeah, I think this is a perfect movie as well. So this is tough, but yeah, I love this one.
Oh, man.
Inside Out is incredible. This is I don't want to repeat what everyone else just said, but it's fantastic. I love this movie.
Micah.
It's a good fucking movie.
Boatman is kind of like looked like Fear, if you kind of look at it. Right?
He does look a lot like Fear, and he acts a lot like
I
Fear too.
am Fear. That's me.
Okay.
I am Anger, and he is Fear.
So, or Inside Out.
You're disgust, if we're being totally honest.
That's
I was
also-
about to say, I was like,
I am also very disgust.
Cody is Anger.
Cody is Anger. I am disgust. This is true.
Tim, what do you got for me?
Inside Out.
Mike.
Inside Out.
Bo.
Inside Out.
Coho.
I would have gone Soul.
Kelly.
Inside Out.
I would have voted Inside Out too, but it's not as far apart as the voting make it seem. It's actually really fucking close.
I have Inside Out at 9 and Soul at 11, so it's close.
What did
Kind of
Cars 2
sucks
beat?
because even though it's a recent movie, Soul is really fucking good.
Cars 2 did.
Okay.
What did you say, Mike?
Cars
What
2
did-
beat Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty
Speaking
intense.
of recency, we have Luca, a movie in the Italian Riviera. Another movie that I think it was sold weirdly. I personally like Luca, but honestly, again, this feels to me like a perfect movie for Disney Plus service. It's very low stakes. It really doesn't have a real villain. It has a bully, but it doesn't really. It does not even the main thing from the movie. The main thing from the movie is that he wants to be in a different world. You know, he wants to be part of
Doesn't
your
have main
world.
villain. He tries to kill
Doesn't
them,
have
for Christ's sakes.
It's the Little Mermaid, but without like selling your voice and all that. It's fine. It's a perfectly fine film. It entertains me during its runtime, and after it's over, I don't have to go into any more deep thought about it. It's just a solidly okay movie. The short with Alberto, good short.
That was a good short.
Okay, Mike, what about Luke?
Watched it today. It's a good fucking movie. You're saying it doesn't have an actual villain. It's kind of insane since he literally tries to kill them in this. But it's a good fucking movie.
I like his uncle that is see-through. It's like the best. Bowser.
God damn it.
Bar, it says gullible on the ceiling, buddy.
Luca's fine. I liked the three main characters, but I didn't really like the movie around them.
I keep forgetting the girl's name. Is it Julia?
Julia.
Tim.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as everyone else. I liked it. I didn't love it. It was the first. I wouldn't call it a miss for me, but I think it's lower tier Pixar. I still enjoyed it. I disagree with Nazario on the. Oh my god, I disagree with Nazario. If something's made by Pixar, it should be seen on the big screen. So I don't care if it's crap. I don't care if it's Cars 2.
You want to see monsters that work in the theater?
I fucking would if it was scheduled to be released in the theater and then pulled from the theatrical schedule. I would be upset. But yeah, no, I thought it was fine. I thought the voice acting was really well done. I thought the big emotional beats were done really well. It is still fairly new, so I don't want to get into like too many spoilers, but like the big like end of the second act emotional moment I thought was really, really well done, and the payoff was good. But overall, I thought it was just fine. They have fucking other shit to do on Disney Plus to sell it with.
Go.
Make a movie.
I remember back on Multiplex Loves Movies, I said on the panel that it looked like Call Me by Your Shape of Water. And it is exactly that, without any of the skill, heart,
Or the sex.
or talent of any of those movies. I think Luca's fine. Luca is just, it exists. I think the script, I think the idea is good. I think there's a better movie to be made with that story. They never really delve too deep into the drama of the situation that they are in. It's very surface level storytelling all the way through. I thought it was fine. It's going to be on the bottom of my Pixar ranking, like down in the lower half for probably its entire life. But it's fine. It definitely should not win the Oscar this year, I'll tell you that.
Go.
Encanto.
I like Luca. Fine, it was good. It's what I would describe as a lazy Sunday afternoon movie where you can just chuck it on and it's non-threatening. I think the animation and the setting is really nice. I think that draws you in. Like the Italian seaside is beautiful, and I love the scenes where like they go into the stars. Anything in like that space dreamy sort of scene, I really like that. So I think that really pulls you into the film, maybe more so than the characters and the beats. It's just you want to go enjoy being in these surroundings. So Luke is fine.
In the 90s, we used to get a lot of European animation in TV shows here. Like we didn't really import. We imported, the American cartoons, but we also imported like a lot of anime and a lot of European animation. And there's a couple of series that were from like Middle Europe that felt like this. Like the same beats, the same animated style, like the character faces. It's really familiar to me from that period. So I identify a lot with it for that. But in the end, it's just, it needs more depth, I guess. Okay. So Luca is going against... Another European movie, Ratatouille.
Let's move on.
Please.
move
Let's just
on.
wrap this up.
Yep,
Ratatouille is a perfect movie and the best thing Pixar's ever made, in my opinion.
Ratatouille is amazing.
Yeah, that's not
it's a
that's
perfect
not
movie.
an inaccurate statement. Okay, since it's the penultimate one, let's just vote. Is it everyone voting Ratatouille?
Ratatouille.
Okay.
Anyone Can Cook is one of the best fandom team names ever made.
Yes, it is.
Good shit on them.
Anyway,
That was Matthew Chen.
okay, and the last match of round one is a movie we put in, Monsters Inc. versus
What's left? I don't even remember.
Onward.
Oh.
I like Onward. Onward was the last movie I got to see in a theater before the pandemic hit. I think it was this and then Tenet. Like it was a good chunk. Like I got Tenet in October, if I don't misremember. So that's like April, May, June, July, August. It's like 7 months. It's insane. I did not expect this to be good. I saw the trailers and I thought, wow, looks like shit. This is like like fodder for the people who like Dungeons and Dragons, who's gonna have a nice old time with this thing. And since I'm not one of those, I was like, it's not gonna be for me. Then again, it's Pixar, so I decided to watch it anyway, and I found myself really enjoying it. I bought it as soon as it came out digitally, and because I figured my kid would really like it. And the one scene that hit him the weirdest for me, like I did not expect this to happen, was when they have to sacrifice Guinevere to keep going from the cops. My kid just turned to me and started bawling his eyes out. I'm like, what the hell is happening? He actually was so into the fantasy that he figured, like, their steed had to die for them to keep going. It's a sacrifice so the adventure can continue. And I got it at that moment. I was like, that's how it hits, like adventurous little boys who wants to just keep the fantasy going. And then I told him, I gotta show you a movie about a swamp of sadness and a horse. It's gonna be great. We haven't gotten there yet, but we will soon. Kelly, what do you think about Onward?
I was pleasantly surprised by Onward. Having been burned in 2015 with Inside Out and being followed up by the shit that was The Good Dinosaur, and then Cars 3 and Coco in 2017, I definitely thought this was going to be just garbage because it really looked like Soul was ramping up to be like the great Pixar film of that year. You can't, like, only one remains. But I really liked Onward. I am someone who loves Dungeons and Dragons, so the fantasy tropes throughout the film made me really happy. And those familiar relationships, I think it's just something Pixar's just really honed in on at this point, is the brother dynamic, and then with the dad and things like that. So I like Onward a lot. It surprised me.
Go.
Pixar's Bright is way better than Bright. I really like the I really like the modern day elves and stuff thing. I think the idea is a cool one. I think Pixar does it way better here by having that through line story of two brothers. I think that the moment where Ian lets Bartley say goodbye to dad and he doesn't, and he has to see it from afar, kills me every time. It's a really powerful moment. I think Onward is a good movie. It doesn't make my top 10 Pixar, but I think it's really solid. It's unfortunate that it came out in the same year as Soul. Both got nominated. Both could have won in any given year. Or either could have. But I really enjoy Onward. It's a good movie.
So do fairy lives matter today?
Absolutely not. Sorry, I remember.
Tim.
Yeah, I really like this movie. I like Kelly, enjoy the fantasy things, and so I thought the trailers for this looked awesome. I was really excited for it, and then when it eventually came, I loved it. I thought it was great. Bar's a hack.
Bar's a hack.
Saying that it's just fine. I think it's really good. Again, it's not 5 out of 5. It's not top 10 Pixar, but to say that it's fine to bad, I think is a little rough. I think this movie is one of the a lot of Pixar movies have emotional beats that can make everybody emotional, but also then hit the people really hard. Sorry to bring this up again, I don't mean to be insensitive, but the Coco thing for Boatman hits him harder because of something that happened in his life. That hasn't happened to me, but it still hits me really hard. I think the emotional stuff in this movie didn't 100% work for me. I don't have a brother. My father is still with me, so those things didn't hit me like they might somebody else who have gone through those things as much. But I think it succeeded in being a really cool fantasy family movie. And I thought Tom Holland and Chris Pratt were really good in those roles. I really enjoyed it.
So you don't have family that have died. Weird flex. Oh,
I have, just not those specific ones, you asshole.
God, Nazario.
Holy shit.
Wow. Nazario's back. There we go.
Vote.
Snowflake.
It's not what I said, but okay.
Onward is good. I don't love it, but I like the interaction of the two main characters enough that it kind of carries me through the stuff I don't like.
Fair. Mike Hanley.
Onward is a great fucking movie.
There you go. Okay. Onward or Monsters Inc. Tim.
Monsters.
Mike.
Monsters Inc.
I say Onward. I don't know why. Monsters Inc. was never a movie that moved me the way it moved other people. I think the best thing it has is the cuteness of Boo. But then again, I like University better and it doesn't have Boo at all. Boo!
Monsters Inc.
Go.
Leave the puce, Nazario. Monsters Inc.
Kelly.
Ink.
Okay. That's it. That's top 8. So now,
With the hour and a half that we took, now it's
Right.
going to end in 10
Right,
minutes.
now we've talked about all the movies, so we can fly.
I have to go in 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
Don't
We're gonna
worry, Bo.
fly
It's going to
through
end in
this
2
one.
minutes.
so now we go with the movie that just made it, Monsters Inc.
Okay.
It goes
See what happens here.
against A Bug's Life.
Oh.
Okay.
So, Kelly,
Monsters Inc.
Mike,
Monsters.
Bo,
monsters.
Tim,
Monsters Inc.
go.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. is the best one. Okay. Bye-bye, Bug's Life. You
Was it worth the
were-
points?
Keep Wally
Now
out of there.
we go with Toy Story 2 versus shit.
Well, that should be an easy matchup. If it's Toy Story 2 versus shit, it's
We
a
never-
Toy Story.
You already got rid of Brave. There's no shit here.
Did we
Inside
never
Out.
put? Oh,
Oh.
Okay,
Sorry, homies.
Tim.
Toy Story 2. It's really
Oh.
close, though. It's really close.
Toy Story 2.
I love the boat's like, I gotta leave in 15 minutes.
Mike.
It's there for 30 seconds.
Toy Story 2.
I can't.
Kelly,
Inside Out.
go.
Toy Story 2.
We don't go
If
to the chat.
you would have gone Inside Out, I
No.
would have left it
Yeah,
in the chat.
don't start with me next time. I was the one who was vocally anti-Inside Out going on.
Where you are. It's not an easy decision.
So it is Toy Story 2.
That is an easy decision.
The next one is Ratatouille
I have a horrible feeling I know what you just put this up against. I have a
Versus.
horrible sinking feeling.
up.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Never mind.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Ratatouille. Let's go.
Ratatouille. That's color.
Okay. And the last one then.
It's Coco,
Here we
right?
go.
Oh, it's Coco and Finding Nemo. Are you fucking
Finding
kidding me?
Nemo.
Fuck. All right.
And Coco. There we go.
That shit gets done around here.
All right.
Go.
Finding Nemo.
I say Coco. Mike.
Coco.
Boatman.
Finding Nemo.
Shit. Kelly.
Coco.
Tim.
To the chat.
I go Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Chat.
yeah, we're going to the chat.
Going to the chat.
Like, again, this is like my number 10 favorite movie of all time versus like my number like 38. Like, they're both in my top 50. So
So by number 10, you mean number 9.
And Cody voted for used his points again. Got it for 2.
fuck you. Sure.
Seriously.
Michael voted his points again. He
Seriously
got
right
it for
now.
2. It's Coco. I mean, it's Nemo. Sorry, it's Nemo.
Okay,
Are you
cool.
serious right now? Really? I mean,
Yes!
Nemo's fine. God damn it.
Hey, is Albert Brooks and Coco?
Swim down, Nazario. Swim down.
You think you can do these things, but you just can't, Nemo.
Fuck you all. Let's go.
No.
Australia.
It does take place in Australia.
That is a statement. Okay.
Sydney.
And now, the semis.
Oh, here we go.
Dude.
Great. I know
God.
what's going up against. What.
All right, hey, dude.
Toy Story 2
It's so good.
That's really good.
versus Monsters Inc.
Mm.
I mean, we know what I'm voting for.
I
assume
am
Tim
in
is
pain by
voting
the next
Monsters, Inc.
matchup.
Monsters Inc. Yep.
Okay, I'm voting Toy Story 2. Coho.
Monsters Inc.
Mike.
Monsters Inc.
Fuck. Vote.
Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Toy Story 2.
Here we go. Chat never dies.
The chat.
See, it's lucky you guys stuck
Get
it
him
out.
out
of here.
Do
At
shit
the
now.
end of the day, I love both of these movies, so I'm fine either way.
Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. and Cody voted Monsters Inc.
But, wow.
Shut the fuck up. The best one did make the semis. Get the fuck out of here. Old geriatric fuck.
Okay, we're gonna go
Bar
Five.
likes 3, I bet.
4,
Yeah, he is a 3.
3,
No, he likes the first one because it came first.
2.
Uh,
Bar voted for Monsters. Yeah, it's gonna be Monsters.
This is disappointing.
So true.
Very.
That is true, Michael. Good job. Except when I drive to work on a Saturday, it's not that quick.
I can't believe we gotta go all the way to work on a Saturday. Oh,
Now
no.
the other semifinal is Finding Nemo.
God damn it.
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Literally my number 9 and my number 10 favorite movies of all time.
Ratatouille.
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 Did we already have 4 Ratatouilles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ratatouille.
Oh, wow.
5.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sorry, Bo.
I would have gone Nemo.
I-
That's fair.
I love
Gonna
Nemo.
make it, man.
No, I
That's
love
totally
both.
right there.
I would have gone Nemo, but Ratatouille is great, so I have no.
I wouldn't have been mad either way.
At this point, I'm not mad what wins. All these are fucking great.
The
If
finals.
Albert Brooks killed a man with his thumb, he would have.
And the finals
Here we go.
is Ratatouille.
I'm happy it made it to the finals. You guys give it to what you want. That's fine. Good job.
Versus Monsters Inc. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been trying to get Monsters Inc. out for like 3 rounds.
I know.
Ratatouille.
Happy
Monsters
with
Inc.
that. Monsters Inc.
Ratatouille.
Go. What?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Mike.
Monsters Inc.
Fuck. Boatman.
Ratatouille.
Kelly.
It's okay.
Ratatouille.
It's okay, Kelly.
And your winner.
I tried,
The
Tim.
best,
Okay.
the best Pixar film is actually the best picture film in my list.
9
too.
and 1's 10.
It's Ratatouille.
Great fucking movie.
Great fucking movie.
Bar 1 is a 9 and 1 is number 10. So obviously I go with the one that is number 9. That's why the decision's fast.
That was fun. Except when you pick insane shit. That's fun. It should be Coco versus Ratatouille up here. I mean, let's be serious. But, you know, it is what it is. Thanks, everybody. We did, what was it? An hour and 35-minute round 1, and then like a 12-minute rest of the thing.
It's good times.
It always happens, but it works out. We didn't? Thanks, Kelly, for coming, giving you your expertise. Hear her podcast. It's actually pretty great.
Yes,
She has
great show.
She has awesome guest stars in it.
Indeed. And sneak peek, next episode is going to be Toy Story with Mike Hanley. So if you enjoyed our talking about Pixar today, check it out.
Good shit. Thanks, Coho, for being our low-rent Cody today. You're always available.
I will gladly be the Wish.com equivalent of Cody Newberry.
I once bought a thing there. It was awful. Tim, thanks for showing up. Not just blindly voting for Monsters Inc. You made a little bit of an effort, I could tell.
Thank you.
Boatman, you like Albert Brooks a lot. It's fine.
Yes.
Mike, you actually watched the movies. I was
Yeah.
surprised about that. And
Good
you didn't
time.
go with the trolling instinct. You had like 2 chances.
Yeah.
Good shit. So thanks everybody for coming back to MRank. It's been a while. I do not know when we're coming back. Mike wants to do random shit. Let's do random shit. So we'll see what happens. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Damn you for using all your fucking points on that vote. But whatever.
Yes.
Bye.
6,000 Sora is coming up.
Oh yeah. He's gonna do that at some point. He will write it and he will host
Oh yeah,
it.
I'm actually almost done. I got like 10 questions left to write.
It only took you a year. Nice.
I know, right?
Oh, by the way,
Got him.
I am starting to write the reverse free for all. This is gonna be a fun one. See you next time. Bye.